Hey, welcome back. I'm just going to recap what I did. I am working on, where is it? I got too many things open. I'm working on number 6. I plugged that into my listen spreadsheet. I did control doc 1, and then I did menu 616, and then X list was X, Y list was Y, and then I pressed OK, and I got this. And to link it, I go control doc 2, and then you just press up and enter to look at the graph. But just getting the a, b, and c alone gives me my function, negative 2x squared plus 12x plus 6. So that's what I have written down right there, negative 2x squared plus 12x plus 6. What would the height of the baseball be after 5 seconds? I wrote down it's 16. How did I know that? That's because I had linked it to a graph, that control doc 2, and then I just did control T. And control T is nice because let's say I didn't know what to do. Um, I would graph the functions that are given to me in the answer choices, and then control T, you can easily verify the points that were given to you. So 0, 6, 2, 22, those show up in the graph, or in the table, excuse me. Um, so, yeah, that's how I know I have the right function. And then I just, whatever it's asking me, it says 5. 5 is 16 right there. So that's how I know the height of the baseball should be 16 feet or whatever unit it is. So, yeah, there's number 7. Number 8 is another graphing calculator one. So I'm going to start over, go home, new document, listen spreadsheet, X and Y, and then plug in your data. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then my Y is 49, 801, and 1202, 1998, and 2959. So everything's plugged in. Control, doc, 1, menu, 6, 1, 6. X list is X, Y list is Y. Hit OK. There's your function. That's enough for your A, B, and C. So I'll go back and I'll show you what I wrote down. I wrote down my A, B, and C. Oh no, I forgot to write that down, but that's okay. Um, I rounded these to 2 decimal places, round to the nearest hundredths. So 1.209 rounds to 1.21, 12.998 rounds to 13, 504.257 rounds to 504.26. So there's my function. How do I predict what the estimated population will be in 2020? Link it to a graph, control doc 2, press up and enter, and then control T and just scroll until you hit 50. And then since it's a decimal, you can't have 0.4 of a person. So 4177.4, I just round that up uh, to the nearest person. Or even if it's below 0.5, you could just round it up. Because you can't have 0.4 of a person. So, but it's supposed to represent, whatever. I don't want to ramble too much. So, number 10, write the equation of the parabola with the following attributes. It opens down, has a max value of 8. Axis of symmetry is x equals -1 and the 0 to x equals -5. So it gave me the max values 8 and the axis of symmetry. Those are part of the vertex. Max value is the y coordinate of the vertex. Axis of symmetry is the x coordinate of the vertex. So I wrote down my vertex is at -1, 8. And your vertex is hk. So I'm going to have to use that vertex form. The 0 is negative, x equals -5. So that means the coordinates of that are -5, 0. So I'm going to use that for another point for x and y to plug in. So here I'm going to plug in -1 for x and +8 for y. So x minus -1 turns into x plus 1 squared plus 8. That's just with h and k plugged in. Plug in -5 for x, so -5 plus 1, and then 0 for y. So replace f of x with 0. And so now we're going to solve. So I'm going to turn my attention over here. -5 plus 1 squared is -4 squared, makes +16. Minus 8 to the other side makes -8. divided by 16 makes negative 1/2. So that I get my function of negative 1/2 x plus 1 squared plus 8. That will make it open down, the negative 1/2. So that's everything by hand. How would I do this in the calculator? You can't like do it in the calculator and it tells you your answer, but I can graph my answer. So I'll just do a new graph page real quick, and then negative 1/2 x plus 1 squared plus 8, and then control T. It opens down, yeah. Um, the only thing control T would help is the 0. Does it have a 0 at negative 5? Yeah. Other than that, you need to know your min-max value, that stuff. Go to menu, analyze, and then we're going to go to maximum since it said maximum. Click, highlight, click, and I get negative 1, 8. So that verifies these two, and I already verified that. But if you want to verify it without the table, just go to analyze graph, the 0, click, highlight, click. There it is. So that's how you would know just without not knowing how to do it by hand and just graphing your answer choices. Let's see here. Number 11. A parabolic dish is positioned with its receiver 5 feet from the vertex. Write an equation of the parabolic cross section showing the vertex is located at the origin. Okay, so your receiver is 5 feet away from the dish. So that's a point 5 feet away from your parabola. That's your focus. Your focus is at 5, 0. That means your P is at 5. So plug in 5 into that 1 over 4 P formula. So 1 over 4 times 5 is 20. So my equation's x equals 1 over 20 y squared. I don't know if it helps, but you could graph an x equals equation by deleting the equal sign and going to relation and typing in x equals 1 over 20 and then y squared. Anything x equals will go sideways. So if you see it's going and it's opening towards the right, just like your picture is, that might help you on the multiple choice test, because maybe the other graphs equations it gives you, maybe they don't open to the right as well. But other than that, this review is done. Thanks for watching both videos, and sorry it went so fast, but I hope it helped. Bye.